Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So unfortunately, as you can see these bottles here, I recorded an entire unboxing first impressions haul video, went to edit, and for some reason, no audio. Not a happy camper, because now my genuine first impressions are lost and not recorded and not documented. I have the fragrances on me, so what are we talking about? I might as well cover it. We'll revisit so I can give you guys my thoughts. Had a little bit of time from the dry now, but I picked up from Fragrance Buy per request Lattafa's Atlas, Luciano's Sunset Swim, clone of Afternoon Swim, and Luciano's California Vibe, clone of California Dream. And I've got some glaringly positive things to say. Spoiler alert. So let's dive into them. Stay tuned. So in chronological order in which the initial video went before I'm having to reshoot, because some of you have heard me say it before, I'm one take Jake. I don't like to refilm. I'm not happy about this because I like to give you guys the most authentic of everything that I can at all times. And so it's not a first impressions, it's more like an early review now. So this is a clone of Mega Mare. And it is very strong. It is a saltwater aquatic, heavy musk type of fragrance. And I mean very salty, sea salt, iodine, sharp and musky type of fragrance. Very much like Paris Corners of Chaos in the Ocean. I have a Mega Mare clone that it's very similar. Whereas I think that one's a bit more sharp and slightly more synthetic, but this smells loaded with aroma chemicals just like that does. Very synthetic, salty, screechy, scratchy. But if you're looking for one of the ultimate saltwater marine fragrances for the summer with real potency, this might be the way to go. So initially I gave it a 7.75 out of 10 for the opening, for my first impressions. Now that it's been around an hour since I've sprayed it, and it's settled down, it's not as sharp anymore. That synthetic ambergris, musky smell has kind of taken hold with the marine notes. It's more of an 8 out of 10. This is actually a great fragrance. I will do a full review on this one later. As far as this early impressions, early review, it's pretty damn good. It's actually my least favorite of these three, though, as you'll see as we go through this video. But the bottle presentation on this one is noteworthy. Okay, all three of them are actually, but this one specifically because it's a very heavy glass, 1.85 ounce. Interesting size, but super thick base. And the cap adds a lot of weight as well. Has Lattafa's logo at the top, Atlas in the side. This is a hefty cap also. Actually holds into place without clicking, and they do have pretty good atomizer. Nothing crazy special, but I gotta say, when you let this one settle down and start to develop, it is one of the better heavily salted aquatics I've smelled in a while. Now, very situational for me. I prefer more freshwater aquatics. I do like salty fragrances, but lightly salted. Heavy salt's a bit much for me. Like even fragrances like Invictus Legend, the famed discontinued Paco Rabanne's Invictus Legend, that's a super salty aquatic on me. And it was very sporadic when I would reach for that one. I think it's a gorgeous fragrance. I prefer it to this. But I got to be in the mood because it's so salty on my skin. And that's kind of what's going on here with the Mega Mare DNA as a whole. Very salty on my skin. So know that going into it. Maybe it won't be the same for you, but they're notoriously salty fragrances, all the ones that smell of this DNA. So I'll have the notes on screen for you guys just so you can check, cross-reference what I'm discussing here, because what you see is what you get. It does smell according to the note pyramid. It's a very saltwater, heavy aquatic, like I was saying. Clean and musky, sharp, metallic, and a beastly performer. And my initial impressions on Lattafa Atlas, it's an 8 out of 10. Now, the main one that was requested was Sunset Swim from Luciano. So I actually already did a full review on Coastal Breeze, their clone of Pacific Chill. And this, in the opening, so the elephant in the room that I kept getting asked about is versus Northstag Quattro from Paris Corner, because I'm such a fan of that one. That's my favorite in that line. That's more of a zesty, zingy type of orange. I feel like the ginger plays a more prominent role in Quattro, whereas this is more of a juicy, rindy type of orange in the initial blast. And then when it starts to settle, it's just a smooth orange juice type of smell. It's not as musky. So while there are slight differences, they are wildly redundant to one another. If you have Quattro, you don't need this. If you have this, you don't need Quattro. I will do further testing. I will do a full review / battle with Quattro. It'll be difficult to pick one because they're both just great. If you like afternoon swim, you're going to like both of them, which I very much do. So we'll do that video later, but honestly, right now, I don't really think one's better than the other. I think if you got one, you got both. For the most part, that's the only difference I come up with initially is this is a more juicy, watery type of orange, whereas that's a more zesty and zingy type of orange in the top, but they kind of dry into the same fragrance because they're cloning the same fragrance. And I'm sure they're using similar quality oils and so on, et cetera, et cetera. But this is fantastic, I gotta say. This is every bit of an 8.5 out of 10 great fragrance. I really, really enjoy this one. I'm going to probably wear this out the shower this evening, I would say, because I'm going to be wearing the Greenlee clone today. I'm going to be spraying it before the gym, after the gym, doing some testing on that. So I don't want to spray this on my neck. I have it on my hand. I can still sniff. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10, I think is a great first impressions, early review rating for this one. If you don't have Quattro, sure, go for this. You could go for Quattro as well. Whichever is cheaper for you, I guess. About the same. As far as performance, you have to be determined because I actually get pretty good performance out of Quattro. I get around 6 hours out of that easily, and I'm still surprised because it's so fresh. This is super fresh, juicy orange, clean musk as well with not as much ginger. And I'm sure it's going to be similar in performance. But for me, Luciano Sunset Swim's an easy 8.5 out of 10. This video is much faster than the first one. The first one, raw footage, was like 22 minutes. I'm at 7 minutes and 6 seconds as I speak of raw footage on this because I've already gone through the unboxing and the finding the notes, and which the Luciano fragrances, I just got to put the originals notes because I couldn't find anything. And my thoughts have already developed. It's not in the moment as I'm getting them. So, yay for you guys that don't like the longer videos. This is a shorter video because I ended up having to reshoot it. But Luciano's California Vibe, I love this bottle. The purple to pink gradients, I love this bottle. This is the one that's different, though. Because when you compare it to, I got Magnitude right here, the L'Immensité clone. And Coastal Breeze is right here. It's the one that's different. And what's different is it's a little bit stubbier and the cap's different. Kind of surprising, but the fragrance, nonetheless, and this one has pressurized atomizer. Really good atomizer. So what surprises me about this one is I get a soft, fresh, floral smell with the juicy citrus and the sweet amber accord that it has. It's a benzoin note. I'll have the notes on screen. And Brett, mandarin orange, and benzoin, if I remember correctly, is the note breakdown for California Dream. I get a soft, fresh, floral smell. I can taste that fragrance in the air. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But that's what I get from it. I have it right here on my wrist. It's beautiful. It was my wife. I had my wife smell all three after the initial recording of this video, the first time around. And that's definitely her favorite, with Sunset Swim being her second favorite and Atlas being the third. Same way I rank them. This has a shot at being my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance. I want to smell the original. I didn't smell the original when I was at Louis Vuitton. Because I was at Louis Vuitton. Man, we smelled so many fragrances that day. Back for the Royal Rumble in Tampa, I was with the Fragrance Apprentice and the Nigerian giant Omas. And Omas wanted to smell fragrances that day. We went to Nordstrom, we went to Neiman's, and we went to Louis Vuitton. That was when I bought Pacific Chill. And I smelled probably 10 fragrances while I was there specifically, and this was not one of them. And I apparently missed out. I need to get my nose on the original because this clone, it's fantastic. It's really good, I gotta say. This is the highest rated one of the bunch. It's an 8.75 out of 10 for me, bordering outstanding, because it really speaks to me. These are 3 different personalities for 3 different summer settings. They all work fine during a hot summer's day, but it'll suit different personalities, different moods, different attires. Whereas this one's got a little bit more of an upscale feel, just slightly, for being a summertime freshie, whereas this is laid back by the pool, tank top on, just kicking it. And this is your all day. You gotta like salty, but this is your all day spray. This is the beast of the bunch as far as performance. This offers a little bit of elegance and class over the others. Not that there isn't class to them, because they're really good freshies. This is an elevated freshie. I think they're shortchanging us with that 3-note note pyramid. I think there's definitely more going on here. And I get a soft, fresh floral smell that doesn't make it too powdery, but almost like a sweet floral smell with that amber accord that I was talking about, the benzoin. I'm a huge fan of this one. And I'm probably going to test this one first. Well, no, I got to do afternoon swim first so I can do the Versus Quattro video. But right after, I'm going to test this one. 8.75 out of 10. Well, that was the second round, re-recording in a shorter video. So yay for anybody that doesn't like the long videos. The video is half the length of what it was going to be. On Luciano's California Vibe, Luciano's Sunset Swim, and Lattafa's Atlas. 3 outstanding, honestly, a collection of summertime fragrances. This is a great collection, under $100 roughly, right around $100 from Fragrance Buy down below, and you can have a hell of a summer rotation with just these 3 fragrances. I'm sure the other 2 perform really well for the most part, but Atlas is definitely going to be a beast. It's very strong. It's very strong, I gotta say. Afternoon Swim, both of them are strong. They're all really strong. We'll see how they last, but so far I'm pretty impressed with these. If you want to check them out, again, they're linked down below from Fragrance Buy, where I do earn a small commission. If you happen to make a purchase, I did pick these up from them. They weren't sent to me. I did buy them because that seems to bother some when things get sent to you, because, you know, not everybody watches on a regular basis or learns me. Sometimes it's a fly-by-night, one-time video. Because anybody that's been hanging around for a while and pays attention knows I have a motto on this channel that I like to go by, and it's, when it comes to these fragrances, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, and sometimes they fall in between, and I discuss why they fall in between to me. And these are sometimes maybe good. Gotta say, these are all pretty damn good. They did their thing, and I guess I gotta get the Ombre Nomad clone now, because I got 4 of the 5 from Luciano. Might as well get the 5th one, right? And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and love hearing from you guys. Have you tried any of these 3? What do you think about them? Similar assessment? Hated them? 30 minutes and it's gone, bro? I don't know. Let me know down below. For those of you that wonder why I say that all the time, it's because it gets said to me all the time. It's a joke. It's a meme for me. 30 minutes and it's gone, bro. Gotta love Fragcom. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 3 and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys. Oh, and hopefully the audio recorded this time. Later.